Welcome back, Michigan Melee, to another Michigan Smash Storytime. It's been a while since we've done one. We heard from the people that sometimes it really helps to hear these videos, especially if you're kind of in and out of the scene. They can really help you get back in. So
yeah, they give you a quick update when we've been rolling out the just the quick Michigan updates at the start. So since it's been a while, ours is gonna be a little longer this week. But let's just get to it. First things first, I want to get some information out about an event that I think is really important for our scene, and that I think people are not appreciating how cool of an event it is. And it's called Gamers for Giving. It is a charity event in Ypsilanti, Michigan, which is about 10-15 minutes outside of Ann Arbor, and they raise money for children, or getting gaming equipment for children's hospitals, to just entertain kids who are sick. And so I think that is a really noble cause. And what's really cool about the event is it's organized by some great TOs in the first-person shooter community, and they have obtained this amazing venue, which is the EMU Convocation Center, which is like an arena-style venue. It's huge and it's really nice. For those who go down to see, it's like the Breslin Center. And they are having Melee for the first time. In the past 2 years, they've had Smash 4, which was run by Juggle Guy, and is run up by him again this year. And this year they've allowed us to run Melee there, and we want to promote it so we can be invited back next year. And I think that it's just going to be a great event. I really hope more people consider going to it. It's this Sunday, and you can register at the door, and all information is on their website, which is gamesforgiving.org.
Sunday tournament right at the door too is pretty sick. Like that's not something you see very often.
Mm-hmm.
And now moving on to our next topic, Full Bloom happened very recently. We want to shout out Duck getting second place. He beat Leffen, right? I think he played some other characters.
SFAT, Shroomed in a 3-0 comeback, 3-0 the Moon. So that was a great performance by him.
KJH got what, 5th or 7th? 7th.
Yeah, he lost to Axe, ended up getting 4th. So good performance to him.
And I think Abi beat S2J too.
Yeah, Prince Abu beat S2J and he got 9th. So that was congrats to our Michigan homies. This weekend they will be at Shuffle, which was hosting Midwest Regional Cruise. So Michigan is sending a crew to compete in there. And we wish all of them the best of luck representing our region.
Pray for no Donkey Kong.
Yes, and so, some of you are asking, Shuffle, wasn't Sweet supposed to be this weekend? Well, yes, It was. But when we found out how important Shuffle was going to be for stimulating the Midwest region and bringing everyone together with these crews, we decided to reschedule the date for the East Lansing Sweep. And we will get more into that just a minute, because coming before that is the Michigan Arcadian,
which will be featuring, for the first time, regional crews instead of draft crews. It's going to be pretty sick. The 5 regions are what? They're Lansing.
Yep.
They're going to win. Ann Arbor.
Yep.
Macomb.
Correct.
West Michigan.
Correct.
And Central Michigan?
Yep. Late entry, we decided that Central Michigan also should be eligible to compete. And it's going to be, we haven't really done the bracket, and I just collected all the info on the preliminary crews. We're going to be putting out a bracket, or a graphic for that soon, so you can all check that out, and we'll get the hype rolling probably after Gamers for Giving on Sunday. Also, really exciting about this Arcadia is that it's the first time we'll have a side event that everyone can participate in if they choose to.
It'll be sick.
Yeah, more details coming out soon. We're still working out the logistics. It's rolling out a new idea. A lot of TOs are collaborating on that, but we hope to give you more information on that soon. For those of you who don't know, Stif, do you want to tell everyone what an Arcadian is?
So an Arcadian is a tournament for. So we have this. We have this PR, a power ranking, where you have the top 10 players in the state. It's set up by a panel, like it's very official, and it's been going on for years. So you've built up these pools of players that have been power ranked before. And the Arcadian, none of them are allowed to enter. They can come into the venue, they can help you out, can't be in the bracket.
That's great. That's especially great for someone it's their first tournament and they don't want to get bodied by Duck on stream, right?
Oh, yeah, and that'll happen.
Yeah.
And they're round-robin pools, to my understanding, right? They usually are. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, we're still bringing back the round-robin pools.
So excellent for a new player, lots of matches.
For those of you who don't know, like a round-robin versus a bracket, you'll get more than double the amount of matches, anywhere from 5 to like 8.
Yeah, so, minimum.
Yep, and that's really fun because then you play people from all sorts of skill levels and you get to meet people, which is fun.
And none of the people in that round robin pool will be Duck, so you get like 5-6 matches against people around your skill level. It's really nice.
Yep, and so that's coming up on April 22nd. It's in the Michigan Union Anderson Room in Ann Arbor, Michigan.
Yep.
Cool.
And then Sweet, which we still will be hosting, but it'll be after the Arcadian, is what date, if I can remember correctly?
It's It's May 6th,
May 6th,
which is actually after most people's school years, which is nice. The weekend after the Arcadian, Joe Guy and I have been invited to run DreamHack Austin, and so we'll be down there for that. And then the week after that, we have to come back, and then we're going to organize everything for Sweet, which will be in East Lansing. That is in the MSU Ballroom. It's our nicest venue here. And we're still looking at top talent for that, but we've had some interests, and we're talking to some people. So hopefully we can get some excitement for that soon too.
So you said something about DreamHack Austin. What's kind of the deal with that? Like for people who don't know, like what the significance even of DreamHack being here in North America? Like that's pretty sick.
DreamHack is they call themselves the world's largest computer festival. It is the biggest LAN type event throughout the world. They're originally from Europe.
Yeah, Stockholm, to my understanding.
Yeah, and they have major events there. And Julie and I ran Austin. The Austin event last year, which was the very first one in the United States.
Which is in Texas for people who aren't geographically inclined.
And it was an awesome event. They had a ton, so many setups. Their setup ratio was amazing, and it was a ton of fun. And you get all this other stuff to do that's like esports related throughout the weekend. So definitely check it out if you're interested in going to something.
Yeah, those are great tournaments to bring your own computer.
If you play other games, it's great. And okay, so. Of course, this is story time, so let's tell a little bit of story. And some of you may have seen it a little bit on Stif's post already, but why don't you go ahead and tell us what was 4 years ago today?
So 4 years ago today was a tournament numbered Sweet 12, which was subtitled The Finale, which tells you something about how Michigan Melee has gone. And that was my first tournament, the first tournament for my whole crew from Spring Lake. Shouts to Goon Squad and Deep Sea Squid. It was Sweet 12, and this was a really big tournament for Michigan, actually, and it had a solid 25 entrants. This was way back in the day of early 2013, 4 years ago. And that was back when 25 entrants would draw in Mewtwo King, which it did draw in. We had Mewtwo King, we had Ryan Ford under his previous title back in the day. Idea even got third place, somebody who nobody has ever even heard about. And it's just really crazy to see how much the tournaments have changed since then. Challenge wasn't around back then. We used this thing called TIO. If anybody's ever heard of it, it's terrible. I hate it. But that was all we had. There was no challenge. There was always reg at the door. Pre-reg was this mythical idea nobody even heard of yet. Years on. And
we didn't even have. Jogo hadn't even made the spreadsheets that avoid pools rematches.
Nope, they always had to reseed. In between round robin pools.
They just kind of yodeled it. Oh man, wow. Sweet 12 was also the person who got me into Smash was a player called Miracle Fruit, and that was his first tournament too. I remember he was all excited. He went with Hines and 401k.
Yep.
And
I remember seeing them there.
And it was just so funny because he came back and he's like, I got just screwed up by this Ganondorf. And then later I found out that Ganondorf was TM, and I asked him about it, and TM was just like, that kid, I remember him. He was the craziest player I've ever met in tournament. He's sitting there getting bodied, and he's complimenting me. As he's getting bodied, he's telling me how great I am in this game. It was just a weird experience. I could not imagine someone doing that to me.
Yeah,
but that's Miracle Fruit. So,
if this was the pre-doc era,
Oh yeah, this is before.
It was the doc came out, so for a little bit of timeline here.
A couple months later.
Yeah, so March 2013 was 4 years ago, and EVO 2013 was in July, and then the documentary came out directly before Big House, which was in October of 2013. So this is before all that kind of stuff happened. It's kind of cool to reflect on all this growth. 25 people, and that was everybody from across the state. Now 25 people, that's a bad weekly, to be honest.
It's a normal weekly. That's our weekly.
I'm sorry. I kind of just threw some shots at Lane. But either way, you see the difference. It's amazing.
Just appreciate how much our scene has come in, a relatively short amount of time. 4 years is what, pretty much.
Yeah, it's the amount of time I've been in college.
Yeah. And so I just think it's crazy. And it's important to note too that there is a documentary coming out soon. The feature-length film by Samox is going to come out eventually, and it'll be crazy to see how much that influences our future growth moving forward. We have no idea where Smash will end up, so it's exciting to look. It's exciting to look back and then see how far we come, so we can see maybe how far we'll go.
Yeah, it really is. Now, one funny story before we end. So at Sweet 12, I was a Yoshi main going in. That was really bad.
Really?
Couldn't wait. That was really bad. Yeah. So I was a Yoshi main, and I walk into the tournament. Okay, I'm gonna go play some friendlies. So I walk over to some random group. I'm not just gonna play with my homies that I've played with for months. So I walk over to these random people. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play this guy. sit down next to this red-headed guy. This might give you an implication of who this was. He sees me pick Yoshi, looks over at me. Okay, pick Sheik. Chain grabs the ever-living crap out of me, like so bad. I turn over to him like, "What's your tag?" He says, "Cow." That was his tag. That was Ginger. That's who that was.
Cow with a question mark, right?
Cow question mark.
That was his tag back then.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Ginger wants to know that, but hey, there you go.
That's crazy.
So until next time.
Oh, and quick point for those of you, because this drives me crazy at tournaments. When you go to a tournament, a statewide, don't play your friends. Don't play the people you play with all the time. Play someone new. I don't know, make a friend. Reach out. Everyone's nice in the community. All right.
And if you want me to pronounce your tag right, come over and tell me how to pronounce it at the stream.
That's super important, actually.
All right, peace.